We see so much violence and pain on a daily basis through the media, we become immune to what's happening. It's too easy to forget that each of these children have a story, and those stories need to be told. They each started out like all of us, innocent and vulnerable, yet they are forced to grow up without the very basics we all take for granted: a safe home, an education, encouragement, and most importantly, hope. So I want to ask each of you to tell me a bit more about your own individual backgrounds and where you've come from. So for each of you, where does your drive come from? I mean, so whether it's working, 3 jobs or pursuing school, the thing that you like to do, whose voice do you hear when you're making these decisions about your future?
My drive and motivation for doing good in school and in life is my mother. When she was alive, I never really got good grades, and I always felt like I was letting her down and letting myself down. She passed away before I graduated 8th grade, and I always wanted her to be there to see me graduate and become an adult. I just want to do good in school and in my life so I can have the best future possible, and I just want to make her happy.
I think one of the biggest values of learning about where I'd come from was how much I learned, not necessarily what I taught others. Because when I discovered my biological family, now imagine you trying to find out where you come from, and you finally find out. I mean, this is your childhood dream, right? You want to know where you've come from, who you belong to, all this, and then you find out, and they don't accept you. They don't want you. And 20 plus years later, it's like a ghost. And they just didn't know how to deal with it. I brought back all these memories of my mother. And we're so quick at times to think that an issue is because of somebody's race or gender or religion. And in my case, about something a lot more universal than that, and that was pain. Like avoiding that pain. Like, boy, nice to meet you, but we don't want all the stuff that comes with you. Right? We don't want all that. And that was hard. I mean, that was more difficult than anything I dealt with growing up in foster care.
I have a sister and a brother. We all grew up in DCFS. I've been in DCFS since I was 3 years old. I've been in a lot of foster homes. Like, ain't none of them been good foster homes. Like, my parents were on drugs since I was born. I never met my daddy, but he was on drugs, so I got a baby. And my son, he's 3 years old. And so it's like, I just could see him growing up. I got the opportunity to see him growing up. She never had that opportunity. And it's like, you would think that she'd now that she clean, she'd try to be in our life and stuff. But she don't care, so.
Success to me is taking everything that happened in your life, all the pain and suffering, all the struggle and things like that, taking it and actually making it to something that's positive and something that you can show off and be like, hey, I didn't let this keep me down. I didn't make this my life. I didn't make this the definition of me. You cannot put a tag on the things that I can accomplish.
Success for me would be to do what I want to do and to enjoy doing it and to, help make a difference. So I want to be an FBI agent. All the opportunities that presents itself, I'm going to take advantage of them.
This education is a great equalizer. Great equalizer. It's one of the privileges of having life, is that there are trials and tribulations. They may have come to you a bit earlier than they do to most people, but you don't escape this world without going through them. You 5 are going to go on and you're already doing some great things, and you're going to go on to do greater things. I can feel that. I don't know if you can feel it, or I hope you feel it from me, because you are absolutely going to go on to do, you have greatness in you. I hope you know that.
I think a perfect world for me would be me as an architect, because that's what I want to pursue. and me living in a house that I designed with a family, my own family that I started.
I imagine myself balling off the coast of Spain in like a European, environmentally friendly sports car, going to my design.
Can we go?
My job at a design firm.
You gotta make sure there's room for 5 others now. We wanna go hang out with you.
I mean, it's a 2-seater in my head, but.
Oh, come on. Many of us are beneficiaries of someone who believed in us. Perhaps it was a parent, a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, a kind teacher, an understanding neighbor. Someone who saw our possibilities and not our circumstances. Who gave you a chance in the world? For these incredible future leaders, UCAN is that chance. Perhaps they're only one. Each year, UCAN works to empower client boards of state, pregnant and parenting teens, homeless youth, and impoverished families to thrive despite a life of trauma, abuse, and neglect. Mary Jean Latondra once said, "America's future walks through the doors of our schools each day." UCAN hopes you can help open those doors for our future, our children, our future leaders. Please help us give them and all our future leaders in need a chance in the world.